which is the most rare and most common cause causing a childhood ILD. Yeah, my name is Sanket, DMD resident, under guidance of Dr. Soma Shivabalan, senior consultant. Here is a 12-year-old boy from Nellore who is presented with swellings of bilateral angles and right wrist past 2 years. For this, he has been treated as oligoarticular zonal idiopathic arthritis with methotrexate and steroids. There was no history of any fever. He is found to have chorioretinitis in 2019. For this, he has been treated. He has been worked up for autoimmune disease like ANA, HLA B27 and ESR was negative. Once RF factor was positive. Now he has presented with complaints of neck swelling past 6 months, which is insidious, non-set and progressive, and papular erythematous skin rash past 2 months over the lower limbs, and recent onset of cough and fast breathing past 1 month. There is significant weight loss past 1 month for 5 kgs. On examination, child was alert, was non-toxic, and vitals wise, child was tachycardia was there, tachypneic and hypoxemic. Was requiring low oxygen support. On examination, there was papular erythematous rashes over lower back and buttocks and lower limbs, and there was mass or anterior aspect of the neck, which is moves with deglutination, and there is a multiple cervical nodes, largest measuring 1.5 into 1.5 or base of the neck. There was also swelling of bilateral ankles and right wrist, which is boggy swellings or both ankles and right wrist. On systemic examination wise, respiratory system is mild tachypneic. There was no added sounds. Other system are within normal limit. These were the papular erythematous rashes of the lower limbs, and there's mass or the anterior aspect of the neck, which moves with the deglutition. As child was presented with past chronic synovitis past 2.5 years and chorioretinitis for 1 year, and thyroid mass or cervical lymphadenopathy past 6 months, and erythematous rashes over past 2-3 months, and also breathlessness past 1 month. There are also significant weight loss. Our diagnosis was initial diagnosis was made as complicated JIA with reactivation of TB due to second immunosuppressive therapy and some autoimmune disorder, and systemic vasculitis was made. Our initial investigation was we made baseline investigation was within normal limit. CRP, ESR were mildly elevated. Immunoglobulin profile was normal. LDH uric acid was mildly elevated. It's around 5.2 to 707 per liter. COVID gene export was negative. Anti-COVID IgG was positive. We went ahead with the imaging. Chest X-ray showed a miliary pattern. We went ahead with CT scan, which showed diffuse interstitial lung disease pattern involving both bilateral lungs, and echo showed mild pulmonary hypertension. This is X-ray showing miliary pattern, and this is a CT chest showing diffuse interstitial lung pattern. Then we have been worked up for tuberculosis, which and Montox also comes to be negative. We have been worked up for autoimmune disorder, which C3, C4 level and ENA, C-ANCA, P-ANCA were negative. Then neck mass we have evaluated. We did on neck, which showed possible papillary carcinoma of thyroid with multiple cervical lymphadenopathy. Thyroid function was done, which was normal, but mildly elevated thyroglobulin level. We went ahead with PET CT whole body, which showed metabolic active sites in lungs, thyroid, and bone marrow and ankle joints. It is showing PET CT showing increased metabolic activity over lung and all vertebrae. Then we went ahead with biopsy. The skin biopsy we had done, we showed non-caseating granuloma, and TrueCut and FNAC of lymph node and thyroid was done, which was also showing non-caseating granuloma. Then when the eye examination was done, which has showed the chronic chorioretinitis and granulomatous nodules in the fundus, probably choroid tubercles. Further, we have been worked up in the way of increased metabolic activity. We had to go ahead with bone marrow biopsy and aspiration, which also showing non-caseatic granuloma. Then we had done bronchoscopy, which is normal. We went out with cytology, we showed leukocyte, increased leukocyte, but we not done CD4, CD8 count. Further, we have been worked up. It showed serum calcium was normal, but urine calcium creatinine was elevated, and ACE level was also over high. As multiple system involved in multiple tissues showing non-caseating granuloma and multiple samples like gene expert AFP smear was negative and Montauk also negative. Routine aerobic culture was sterile. It comes to the final diagnosis as sarcoidosis. We have been started him on IV methyl prednisolone pulse therapy 10 mg per kg per day over 3 days, followed by oral steroids. We are discharged on him on oral steroids and mycophenolate mofetil. As sarcoidosis is a multi-system involvement disorder, chronic granulomatous disease. As etiology is still unclear, most probably genetic susceptibility of the host, which is exposing unknown antigen, is resulted in exaggerated immune response, which results in chronic granuloma. This is the pathogenesis, which were activated T lymphocytes and macrophages which play an important role in granuloma formation. It's unkilled antigen which results in chronic granulomatous diseases, which may result in multi-organ dysfunction. As such, there is no clinical criteria for diagnosing sarcoid. Age more than 3 years, young adults, clinical and radiographic findings and pathologically proven non-caseating granuloma comes to diagnose sarcoid, or age less than 5 years, come with triad of uveitis, arthritis, and skin rash. May be genetic related, like not to mutation. It may be sporadic or familial. Sporadic may be early onset sarcoidosis, which is less than 5 years, and familial, which is familial autosomal dominant disorder, Lowe syndrome. Now, acute sarcoidosis is more than 3 years with acute presentation like triad of fever, bilateral hilar lymphadenopathy, arthralgia, rash, which is a Lofgren syndrome, and UVA parotid fever, uveitis, peritonitis, and cranial nerve seventh nerve palsy, which is Hereford syndrome.
என்னத்துக்கு மூஞ்சில இத்தனை கோணம் கையிடுறா
which is 1 to 2 milligram per kg over 8 to 12 weeks, which is the mainstay of treatment, and other immunosuppressive like methotrexate, mycophenolate, azathioprine, and TNF alpha antagonist like antagonist. Regarding prognosis and follow-up, as the pulmonary function test, chest X-ray, inflammatory markers like ESR, CRP, and serum ACE levels, and regular eye examination was mandatory. Prognosis-wise, early onset like less than 5 years of age will result poor prognosis, and eye involvement and CNS involvement also result poor prognosis. This is the case report. Thyroid. The child presented with thyroid nodule with normal thyroid functions, with histologically proven like non-caseatic granuloma. Take-home message is one of the rare sarcoidosis is one of the most atypical presentation, and